We got some news we got to talk about right here at the top. It's been a great week in our two main kinds of news, which are animal stories and petty crimes. Those are our favorite things to talk about. So let's start with crime. Portland police this week apprehended what they have referred to as a prolific construction site burglar. The burglar said of his work, "I like to think of myself as the Stephen King of burgling. You have to burgle every day for at least 30 minutes, even when you don't feel like it. And you can't be in it for the money." That's what he said. A man who's trying out a newly purchased metal detector at the Oregon coast discovered what archaeologists have confirmed is, quote, an old ship. As opposed, that's what they said, that's what the archaeologists said, an old ship, as opposed to all of those new ships buried in the sand. The archaeologists also used his expertise to identify a very hard rock, a cranky owl, and a pointless archaeology degree. The Seattle Zoo this week announced it's phasing out their elephants. No? Okay, like one clap and a couple of whats. That's fine. It's just that the zoo can't really take care of the elephant's needs like it used to be able to, you know? This is what the zoo said. They said, look, we think you're smart, funny, beautiful elephants, but we just kind of need to explore what it's like to be a young, independent zoo again. We're going to try to be an aquatic exhibit or something? And then the elephants will just text them 1 year later saying, you up? So that's all. They've got to look forward to. More animal news this week. A university professor is selling his infamous shrimp treadmill for a cool $1 million. Do you guys remember the shrimp treadmill? So he originally built this to examine how shrimp move in the wild, and then it was brought up by a bunch of pundits as like an example of government waste and abuse. And because they said it cost $1 million, it actually cost about $600. Anyway, the important thing is it's available and you can buy it right now for $1 million. And here's the thing: you're going to think this is a great gift for that special shrimp in my life, but there's no way you can buy your shrimp an exercise machine and have it not take it personally. Of course you don't look jumbo to me. You're still skinny, but as far as I'm concerned, I bet you fit in that prom dress. That's a little 1, 2, 3 punch. An Indonesian food cart this week. Police raided an Indonesian food cart where they accused a worker of dealing heroin behind the cart. That doesn't surprise you? Doesn't surprise us either. Obviously people are dealing drugs in these carts. There's no way that this whole thing is based on people wanting to eat kebabs in the rain. It's definitely, there are drugs behind it. Apparently the cops were turned on to this thief when they read one Yelp review that said, quote, "Come for the authentic Indonesian satay, stay for the, oh God, there's a baby on the ceiling." Just to warn you guys, when this cart inevitably closes, make sure to taper your use of Indonesian food. Go back, go to social services, get a cup of peanut sauce every once in a while. Just take the easy route down. A drunken man, this is probably one of my favorite stories this week. A drunken man in Newport, Oregon was arrested for shooting a barroom urinal. In his defense, it was totally looking at his penis. The urinal is survived by his wife and 2 bedmates. Oregon's population grew by 1% this year. Did you see that? Yeah? I can't tell if that's a lot or a little, but in an unrelated story, California is reeling over the disappearance of some 43,000 steampunk taxidermists. Where'd they go? Crater Lake National Park is proposing raising their rates, you guys. This week they're going to raise their rates by a possible 150%. Yeah, park goers are in an uproar, stating, quote, "If I wanted to pay $25 to see a big wet hole, I'd take the Bull bus to Seattle." Oh! My favorite thing is just how realistic the money is. I think I can tell why you were all